Good morning, my people. It's Question Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm not doing bad. Now, this is another route. This is another route. I don't know, pick up man. Nanyi ye makanika wayo. But how are you, my people? Ask your questions to Geneze Chibuze Change Chirinti. What has changed for you about Christmas since you grew up? Kuba fena wano tuli bantu bakulu, twegulira data, twegulira emmere, twegulira buli kimu. Now this is the other side of the road that is rough. Yeah? This is the other side of the road that is rough. Ekikomere ekyo mukirabe musajja oyo aleka azimba beach. Ati katomanyi beach ze Kampala ziri buli wamu. Beach terina kuba beach. Oba secha azimba resort, that one. It's huge, eh? Whatever he's building, this fence is like on, let me say 10 acres. There is nothing yet, but there are trees. There are so many of those things. Yeah, but I hope you guys are doing well. It's a Friday. Let's ask the questions to Gende Masu. So now this is the rough patch, the rough side of the road, and people still have farmland here. Okay, it's not really farmland. They are not farming anything there. They have a lot of free lands this way for the guys that have not yet bought land, and you don't mind a little distance out of the city. And I don't know the price range for this place, but this is considered very near the main road, so it might actually be very expensive. So you guys are going to gauge to main road. So remember the neighbor I told you about that overturn, the overturn either side is in, I am not sure where, but this side kuline kuno kwetuli kuno yekangawa border, and I think nasibabubi obana yali distracted a little. You know how you drive when you're distracted, and for me I've made up my mind. The only place you should never be distracted is when you're driving on a Maram road. On a Maram road, anything can happen. That's why you find that sometimes when I start the broadcasting on the Maram road, I don't talk. On the Maram road, speed, you see that kid? So the Maram roads are very, very complicated. The people that live on Maram roads, first of all, they don't expect cars to be passing, and if a car is passing, you see the speed we are driving at 10 kilometers per liter. They expect you to be driving like this. Yet if a Maram road is as clear as the one we used yesterday, you can actually go at 40 kilometers per hour, so that you move a little bit faster. Yeah, so but Maram roads, you should never lose focus at all. For me, that's how I drive when I'm on a Maram roads. You can actually afford to be a little bit distracted on a tarmac road, but Maram roads, you need to be extra careful, yeah? Because you never know. So answer my question, guys. What has changed about Christmas for you ever since you grew up? What changed? Because Christmas is next week. Christmas is next week, and I've not had any Christmas song so far. Even yesterday I was in town, I did not hear a Christmas song, and I'm thinking it's the corporate businesses that normally have a Christmas budget. But I've not seen people excited about Christmas like they used to be. Yeah? People used to be very excited because Christmas. But something definitely changed. What has changed? What are you doing for your kids for Christmas? Chicho Okoze to make sure that that your kids, if you have kids, that your kids will celebrate Christmas and feel the magic that you used to feel. What changed? I remember my kids had a Christmas party, so Mama Ban went and bought presents. They had to be delivered to school, like privately, without the kids knowing. And then Santa would give the gifts to the kids on a day before they broke up. They broke off, sorry. And the kids were given the gifts. No one knew that their mom went to buy. But when we got home, the little one, who was actually saying the day before that Santa doesn't exist, was saying, "Daddy, Santa gave me a gift. Daddy," and then Urban was saying, "No, these gifts were bought by Mommy. So Mommy bought them and took them to school." You get it? So it seems like even the kids themselves out of that thing. So, but what has changed for you guys? What has changed? Is it your faith that has dwindled? Is it the stresses of the world that are making you, or do you even have the magic? There are some people that still have the magic for Christmas, and they still feel that Christmas is something that should never be taken for granted. So what has changed? But you promised me that you'll never be. There is a Christmas that I remember that Destiny's Child released the song, the first day of Christmas, the second day of Christmas, my baby get it on. I remember that Christmas. I think I was around, I think I was in senior 2. It was magical, you get. And then I remember Comedian released the Christmas song, Baby Cool released the Christmas song. Like every musician was releasing the Christmas song just for that year, and it was magical. Like I think at that time we were still innocent, yeah. Lucky Mozaga, but the economy is not performing well. Well, did you even know about the economy as you grew up? I doubt you knew about the economy as you grew up, yeah? Something has definitely changed. Is it that we have grown up and now it's us who is we are the ones making the money? Is it a possibility that it's us who's... You see, guys, Obeda Tarmac Road, and it's like you're not even moving. Right now, we are doing 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 kilometers per hour. And of course, we have been allowed to do 80 kilometers per hour here, 79, 80. And it's like we are not moving. That's what the tarmac road does, yeah? And of course, but when you're on a Maram road, it's quite different. Good morning, WAMV Technology, FTC People's Party. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I'm going to tell you the inspection story, yes, tomorrow, not today. Today is concentrate on the question Friday. Ask your questions to Gende. But then, of course, guys, for the people that are buying cars in the bond, you need to go with chap money, what they call chap in the bond. Chap is when you pay and your number plates, you want your number plates to come out immediately. So it ranges between 200 to 500 depending on when you want your number plates out. It's like if you want the number plate that very day, you pay 700, I think 500,000. And if you want your number plates the next day, you pay at 200 to 300 depending on who is doing it for you. And sometimes chap doesn't really work, but okay, sometimes chap works the next day. So I think if you want to have your car before Christmas, you need to buy your car on Monday latest, or tomorrow latest, because if you buy your car tomorrow, then chap will be working Monday evening. If you buy your car on Monday, then chap will be working on Tuesday. But if you buy your car on Tuesday, no chap can save you. You have to wait after Christmas to get your car. And there are plenty of cars in the bond for the people that were not able to pay for chap. Ngabalize number plates taking the normal process. And you know Ugandan things, omuntu assigning ku number plate okufulumya number plate asobola okutuuka n'agamba agenze mu Christmas, and then yeah ng'akola kubalise chap bokka kati alitese chap your cars will be stuck in the bond. Yeah, so you need to work on that. I have a big question about my friend. She's going through a lot. You ask WAMV Technology. Someone has given me 10K. Morad K Momo banange Morad K Momo simanyi na chakukolera. Oh, Morad K Momo angaggawaza buli kumacha Morad K Momo angaggawaza. Banange mumuneebalizeeko Morad K Momo angaggawaza n'olwaleero. Ampadde ekitwalo kweyagala bweyagazi bannange kweyagala bweyagazi. So guys, my question is, what has changed about Christmas for you since you grew up? Chechachuka. And what did you used to do for Christmas that you cannot do? Bichibi whatever mama tata bibakola nga gwe tojja bikola no matter what. For starters, I find that decoration for me comes from far. Yet I find that my aunties, because my parents died when I was 2 years, so I saw my aunties, my grandmother, they used to decorate. I remember when I was in P6, an auntie of mine yali abeera Masaka, so we'd go for holidays, yeah, and we decorated the Christmas tree obukomera sikyabula banabula obukomera. I think I should get one kasimbe ku kikomera kyange, but obukomera would get them decorate. Wanono we wajja omulira awo olabe wali goodwill waawo era ebizimbe tebannabizana ebabizaawo balandiro kino ekya yellow kyo kyaddawo dda, ekya red tekinnaddawo, but ekya yellow red hardware yaddamu dda, kino ekya red tekinnaddamu. Yeah, so we would decorate. And I remember on 31st December, before we went to church, we went and burnt our kakomera. Like that was a tradition, and it was nice. I remember in Christmas 2018, was it 2019? My kid was 1 year. That's 2019. Urban was 1 year. So we actually burnt that thing. It tried to be Rakasangat. We burnt the Christmas tree, but then 2020 was quite different with the lockdown, and then 2021 is when we moved to this side, so it was really magical. 2021, did we have power? 2021 we actually had power, but we were still a little bit disorganized. Uganda, you enter the house and it's not complete. Yeah, but I think it was still magical for the kids. They got presents and all that. So I think the biggest thing we do for Christmas is they get presents, and I think I took them to church as well. I took them to church. Yeah, so that's what we did. Now Christmas, we used to go visiting on Christmas, but these days I've realized that people are keeping too much to themselves for Christmas. Ngojeko, the traditional families, there are families that are really traditional, especially families that have mom and dad are still around. Even when mom and dad are like 50, 60 years old, they still have the tradition of going to the village. And yeah, but families that have been broken by the death of the main parents, and by the main parents I mean nga jjajja omukulu jjajja mukyalo omukulu wa jjajja mwami omukulu takyaliwo tewali yawaaliwo ku bonna, obanga jjajja mwami omukulu aliwo yawasa omukyalo omuto. You get, they don't really have that tradition because the kids don't oyo wayisiriza wakyamu nnyo nnyo era eri waliwo emmoroka ezijja naye abasajja ba drone bo tebafaayo. So Christmas is on Wednesday for the guys that didn't know. It's Wednesday, correct me if I'm wrong. And today we have work. I actually have a meeting at office. I'm late, but I have a meeting at office. Ngenda kusiibula mangu nsobola okugamba abantu bategeke ebintu twetaaga for the meeting. Waliwo nabadde sibagambi their documents I attached them into naye nga tebabimanyi. Now we are planning for 2025, yeah? We are planning for 2025. The guys that are doing returns now, you have to do final returns for 2023, 2024, which take data. But yeah, now small business owners are still working for Uganda Kola up to like 23rd. About business and then Baba Korea government. Most of them are breaking off today. Congrats. Okay, it's already 8 a.m. So why did I start late? Why did I start the broadcast late? I overslept again. Normally the holidays when the kids are not going to school, these are the days that I get to oversleep a little bit. When my kids are going to school, I have to wake up very early, and yeah. So I feel like I slept enough. Yeah, good morning Peter Mangeni, Tusime Eddie, Nick Waboi, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, John's Info, Aramat Photography, George Bob, Gilbert Amanya, Seriko Starch, Seth Kagaba, Seth Obadovuzemoko, Gilbert Amanya. Arthur, do you think I can get a good Primo 2008 at 20 million? No. Someone actually wanted to buy it at 23 and it was ugly. So for anyone that is planning to buy a Primo 2008, if you're not picky about number plates, you can get like a 24. But I'm thinking to be on the safe side. And I'm not saying 20, like the price I'm saying is the final. To be on the safe side, better than million abini momukaga. Ngazitu dengo ziniziza gura Primo 2008 to 2010. Now, if you get it lower, good for you. But all I'm saying is that to get a good one, regardless of the number plate, you should have about 26 as a budget, and then if you get something at a lower price, then that will be your blessing. But that's the budget you should have, because the more okay you kateri million achari million ana mutano mu bond, and it goes higher. Kitegeza n'abagiri naye okusobola okutunda emmotoka bwebanga nnungi abayina okukatako sente atagenda afuna endala prime endala oba emmoloka endala ey'ekirooto kye, which will definitely be more expensive, because someone cannot get out of a Primo 2008 ate naddayo mu prime eri enkadde okujja ku kale ng'embeera emusazeeko. So to get a Primo 2008 beera ne million kale nga 26 as a budget, bw'ogifuna lower, and I encourage you guys to call brokers so that you have options. It's a very good thing you get. Louis Musema Saddam, good morning. Adnan Edrin, Chigundu Chiwanuka, Basic Chris, Chamba de Hannington, George Senkubuge, Aramata Gambi. I woke up today for the first time in history so that I could not miss out the broadcast. Amina. Ne broadcast the nox no muntu agimissinga yaba amanyi, because ne kagikola yenyini atuuka late. Michael UG, good morning. Basic Chris, how have you been? We have been okay. Agumenitwe Cleaver, it's Friday. Mugumya Innocent, Mano, Musime Kim Job, good morning. Nicolas Seblime, Samuel Namisi, good morning. Is the Toyota Sienta better than a Toyota Sped? Aha, Toyota Sped. Okay. I last saw the Toyota Sped a long time ago. I don't even remember what it looks like. I was almost going to ask you, is that a car? Okay, what's the Toyota Sped? You should explain to me. How does it? I remember seeing a car that is called a Sped. But if it's not common on the road, buy the Sienta, definitely. Buy the Sienta. If it's not common on the road. Misime Kim Job. Arthur, when we were young, you would expect everything from parents. But katiyebi into byachukira ddala. Parents expect almost everything from us, and also we have kids and expecting a lot from us. Yeah. And you know one thing I realized that some of our parents, okay, some of your parents, me, I did not really have parents, but the people I had around, they did not really have a lot of black tax. I don't know about Naringa Sichiraba Bulabi, but some of you guys have a lot of black tax. Like I've seen people that are literally rushing to buy a car because waka mucharo sente ze bazinona. It's like they are on a mission to come for his or her money, so they have to hurry. I don't know if also, but I had a conversation with someone yesterday that told me that their own parent asked them, why are you not buying a car? You get it? Why are you not buying a car? You don't have black tax. That, like, literally they did not say that, but that's what their meaning. Like, why are you not buying a car? You don't have black tax. And then their parent was telling them, like, for them, they did not buy a car because they had a lot of children, one, and two, because they had people in the village that needed money from them. Nekat, this one does not have people that need money from him from the village, and then he doesn't have a lot of kids, so you should be buying a car. You get, and then yes, he bought a car finally. So I think when we were growing up, for us, we expected our parents to do everything. We did not even know the responsibilities that they had. And yes, we all have like for me, I would not say I have black tax in Zenga Arthur. I don't send anyone money if I don't want to send them money. That's something I've done myself. I've decided that because I've seen when I'm struggling, when I don't have money, I'm struggling alone with my wife and my kids. So when I have money, we enjoy with them first before I think of another person. That's something I've decided. You get, because we're trying to struggle I cannot even call anyone when we are struggling. So why would I put another person as a priority when things are doing well? SPK Driving School VIP, good morning. Nicholas, guys, why does my car first give off some smoke in the morning? Is it smoke or mist? Because that's something else. Majority of the time, if it's a little smoke in the morning, if it's white smoke, then it burns a little oil, but the oil goes through the valve seals. So those ones can be replaced very, very quickly without even so it's the valve seals. The smoke comes when you over rev. Normally that's from the rings, but I'm sure it's the valve seals are normally what do that. Henry Modern Jess, good morning. Paul Sema VIP, good morning. Kim Jo Bagamba Arthur, my Ranix run on 468 battery, which seems to be out of service soon. Can you recommend a lower voltage? You can put a bigger one, no problem. Guys, me, I buy my batteries from Uganda Batteries. That's where I buy my batteries. And one, it's a Ugandan company owned by native Ugandans. Two, they never disappoint. They can replace your battery if it dies in like a year. You just take the battery back and they give you another battery. If it dies and you're sure it's not dying from under voltage or overcharging, you get undercharging or overcharging, and you're sure, you just take the battery back, they give you another one. We have done that with the Corolla. Guy, I'm more battery. Good morning, Arthur and car lovers. Let me first like the broadcast. Guys, double tap the screen. You're 44, we have only 30 likes. Arthur, I want to get a bit old model, but I need to know the most crucial difference between a 1.3 and a 1 liter. Elifazi, the biggest difference is the performance. The 1 liter engine is small, the 1.3 liter engine is big. And of course, I recommend the 1.3 liter engine. It's of course more expensive to buy and less likely to be found. But if you find a 1.3 liter engine, you're good. Movitize ejja kuwangala nnyo, ejja kuwa amaanyi nga mangi mu okitegeera. So buy a 1.3 liter engine if you can. The difference is performance. Now there are so many engines that are 1 liter. I think KR, SZ, NR. But the 1.3 liter engine that I recommend in Toyota is the 2NZ. It kind of looks like the 1NZ. You get, so that's how you know. So you normally find the Vitz with an engine that just looks like a 1NZ. As long as it's good, yeah. But if it's not a good engine, then it's expensive to replace. About the 2NZ engine is even more expensive than the 1NZ engine. Which take it. Guys, double tap the screen, double tap so that we get more likes. You guys are 52, we need 50 likes, then we proceed with the broadcast. So I had a funny experience with Equity Bank. One of my account, the first account I opened with them, I have an app and it shows me money that goes off my account. So recently on 16th they took up a bunch of small monies, 19k, 49k, you get 30k on the same day. Now I'm sure someone is stealing money Equity, and I've not had time to go to them to explain to me but I'm sure they cannot be able to explain that money. So me, I cleaned out my account. The account najijeko sente zange zonna. And I decided the account jengenda tan okukozesa kati okusasula for online payments. Yes, someone just was taking money from my account, and I don't like that. Normally, every transaction that happens on my account, I can know that this money went here. You get, I can know. And since they decided to just clean, I'm actually opening a Standard Chartered account. Like Standard Chartered Bank has one branch in Uganda. Me, I'm opening another account because of that experience. That money was not taken by any of them because I disabled the Visa card from that account because of sente bwali buvanga koe nga sibusa moninze. So I disabled the ATM card. Now, I'm going to go, of course, to the branch for them to explain. And if they explain to me, I'll come back and tell you. But for now, a account in particular, I cleaned it out. I have another account with them that needs me to have a checkbook. I need to sign a check leaflet to get money. That's where I put all my money. Because if I don't have a check, there are no withdrawals that are done. So that's the other particular account. I'm going to go and get explanation, and if they explain to me, I'll come back. I've been a pro equity person. Equity makes things easy, but if someone goes around stealing like 100k from like, let's say 1,000 accounts, I'll be thinking that's how they do. Abakaka sent if you don't recognize Nabakaka. That's what was happening. Like in a space of like 6 hours. But I'm going to go and get, if they explain to me, guys, and it's satisfactory, I'm going to come and tell you. But for now, I'm disappointed. And that had never happened to me. That had never happened to me. Guys, double tap the screen. Lucky Moza Agambie, poverty humbled people can't party or celebrate yet school fees are in January. But even then, Lucky Moza, even our parents used to pay school fees in January. Like January has always been a first term, like in Uganda, but parents used to actually celebrate these things. Is it that you guys you don't have a lot of faith? I was talking to a lady last time, and me, I was telling the lady that there's a bit of religion that I disagree with. There is a bit of religion or a bit of the Bible, and that bit is the bit that says that if someone kills people and they repent before they die, they go to heaven. And I'm thinking, I don't want to be in the same heaven as a person that killed people simply because he repented. I believe some sins should be unforgivable, and then the religious people try to say God forgives. He should not forgive killers. A person that kills people. You guys, me, I was cutting a chicken. I was cutting a chicken, and I can tell you that killing that chicken was hard for me. So I'm imagining a person that has the energy to kill someone should not go to heaven, regardless of how the amount of repenting they have. They should not go they should not even have hearing from God. Those are people that should start burning, like they die, and as they are dead on the hospital bed, let's say in Mulago Hospital, the body starts burning. You get, if hell and heaven exist, you get. But then the religious people say, as long as you repent. And then there's normally a question I have, and I believe that the questions that are kind of making us like Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ. Like then the question is, if I steal a pen and I don't repent, and then someone kills 10 people and they repent, who goes to heaven? The religious people will always tell you the person who killed people and repented will go to heaven. Me, I don't want to go to that heaven. I'd rather be in a hell where a pen stealer is than in a heaven where a killer is. You get? Like you guys have seen like army people here say, we will kill you, and they open and say, we will kill you. You get? And they come and say, yes, we shot them. And then that guy dies, and because he repented, or because they say, as long as you pronounce like you have pronounced that I am a born again, you will go to heaven, then you will go to heaven. Me, I don't want to go to heaven like that, General. You remember him, that one. I think that's the one bit that I disagree with a religion. That there are some people that should just start burning when they are still on earth. Like the guy dies and his body burns, and the family is looking. Then they know this guy. He's surely in the hottest part of hell. After I need advice. My children celebrate Christmas when young, and I will make it memorable for them because in Omobukuru no Christmas. Exactly. But me, I find that I try to make every day with my kids memorable. Every day should be memorable for my kids, not only Christmas, yeah? That's what I've decided. Every day, like yesterday, my kids did not come home yesterday. And so the youngest one, Ragnar, called me and he said, Daddy, come pick us. I don't want you to do your things on your own. I don't want you to do things on your own. I don't know how these kids understand. Like, we would not even have that. But my kid wants to come back and help me do whatever I need to do. You get? So I want to have those every day. Like, they know that when I'm home alone, I'm doing stuff alone. And they don't like that. So they are cutting their stay at their grandmother's short because I should not be doing stuff alone. And you'd be like 13 years old. My kid is 3 years old. You get it? And he understands that, you know what, when I'm not with daddy, he's doing things on his own. Like when he's home, he doesn't do anything with me. Like when he's home, Such is saying, Mr. Arthur, a lot has changed. Me, while growing up, we used to sell kakomera to people and get money. It used to be fun. Nowadays, Christmas is just on the ground. Guys, do you realize, like, this is a bar, it has just opened and they have not decorated. You get it? Like a bar that has just opened should be decorating for Christmas. They haven't. Christmas. The house smelled Christmassy. Even churches don't decorate. Now, if the people that are supposed to uphold the birth of Jesus Christ are not decorating for Christmas, right? So you see, like, along this road, have you seen anyone that decorated in any way? I've not even had a Christmas song. Even yesterday, I did not hear a Christmas song. And of course, downtown, I saw a video. I can downtown. Like, I need to buy a screen guard for my phone, but I've refused. I'm almost calling Kagwa Dennis to send me a screen guard on the but I just don't want to put it myself. But guys, what changed for you about Christmas since you grew up? After you have said out all the answers to the question, change in faith, world conditions, money issues. Me, I find that never bane sent no buddo bugenda okuguda ebintu byokutimba tebuliwo. Okitegera, we are just making the visit people. Okitegera, we are just making the time. Okay, kali tugende but tutagende tetujja genda. Like, a lot is going on. We have a lot of things to do. Lucky Mose, guy, the economy is not performing well. Sebugwao Medi, good morning. Remember those days $1 used to buy it 800 shillings. I remember the first time I traveled abroad when again in Norway, $1 was 1,800 shillings. And I think I got paid $1 meka. It was a lot of money, but I did not come back with it. I just left it there. WAMV technology, I have a big question. Jenize chibuzo cho? Then the super on a live stream. But now, guys, Morad Kemomo, yakasasura, yakapa sentence no muzina bezo zampa emirundi 10. Congrats, webale nyoba na thank you for supporting Morad Kemomo. Ya chatsinzo okuleta okusasura super chat yeze emirundi emingi. Tiwali yasa to the super chat ezo mirundi jiburaja Morad Kemomo. Thank you very much, Morad. Guys, we are still talking about what has changed for you. Yeah? What has changed for you as you grew up. because all of us, we have had things that change. For me, I think that my faith has changed a little bit. I was chatting with someone and they were asking me, why are you not so religious? And I was telling them, you know what, I've been treated better by atheists than I've been treated by religious people. And you know, there is always this thing that that we front, like, okay, your faith should not be dwindled by people that are bad. In church, they are bad and good people. Me, I find that God is omnipotent. He should have the power to like talk to these people and change them. What's the gearbox type for the Auris? It's a CVT, guys. Most of those new cars, Toyotas, zona in a CVT gearbox, but CVT has no problem. Just take care of it properly. Like yesterday, the gentleman that bought a Sienta, namulaze ne gearbox where the nengiri jaino vuga mwe morokeno, obuta damaging a CVT gearbox ye. I showed him, and I find that sometimes people damage their gearboxes because they don't know how to take care of them. Most of the guys, and guys, don't do service for your gearboxes. Tochikola gearbox jirekenga bweri. Don't be the person that pretends to love your gearbox so much. Jireke, leave the gearbox alone. You lose nothing. Ochitegera. You lose nothing. Ochitegera. Lawrence Biamu Commandos on Tegede. So, how is Subaru Legacy 2006? Subaru is a good cars, guys. Maintenance is a little high, but the Subarus have no problems. I'm scared when these cars are in front of me, so I definitely want to overtake them. And what that Sienta guy has done is dangerous. That's why I have not overtaken. I want to overtake both of them. Because chinzo okudde mabega okitegeera. So I really want to overtake them, but I also want to be as careful as possible. Omulaba wa primo, that's a very dangerous thing. Oweche chirola asobola okutomera intentionally. You get, so you need to be very careful as you overtake. Bino birole chikutomera ate no ne batakuwa yadde n'ekikumi. Of course, there is no law that obligates this person to pay you. And these days, they have dash cam. They have dash cams in their cars, in their lorries. Arthur, I want to log in my TIN number, password, but this alphabet, capital, small numbers, they keep saying wrong format. Advise, get someone to set a password for you. Or tell ChatGPT to give you a password. Normally, for me, how I set my passwords, I get popular places that I've been to, and then I add an underscore, and then I add a letter, or probably the date I was there. That's how I remember memorable things. Like in 2008, when I first traveled, $1 costed 1,600 Uganda shillings. Today it's 3,700. Lucky Mose, the dollar has gained traction everywhere. Ben Kako, good morning. So WAM technology agamba mukwano gwa inebi ekizibu chichino, that his friend has worked abroad for 2 years, sending the money to her brothers. But surprisingly, they ate the money. Now she's just looking for jobs. Can you imagine? She downgraded to a job. Sorry about that. Guys, this is something that you guys working abroad should all remember. The people back home might actually not care about you at all. Don't send your money to anyone. Keep your money. Keep your money, guys. Keep your money. Like, you can open a bank account where you are. Open a local bank account. Like, I've heard very good things about Standard Chartered Bank. That's why I'm opening an account today. So I'm opening a savings account with them. They call it a digital something. I'm opening an account with them because Equity disappeared some of my money. And I'm disappointed until they explain to me. But I know they will not have an explanation. They'll say, maybe I've been doing online payments. I know how online deductions work. I know how they work, and I know that they say this money has gone off using a Visa card, but these transactions are internal bank transactions. So I'm opening a Standard Chartered Bank account. So you guys can actually open Standard Chartered Bank accounts. Okay, for now, like everyone that I've talked to recommends it. And then have a bank account where you are. And then when you get your money there, transfer it to that account and keep your money to yourself. Guys, don't send money back home. Abantu bayononeka, your own brothers kati olaba ono baganda bebe nyini balya sente okitegeera balya sente Guys, the people back home might actually be heartless, more heartless than you even think. And sometimes they may not even be heartless. Sometimes sente zo zibakema. Baberawo ng'obwavu bubaluma kati nga sente zo zibalina okulya. Guys, tokema abantu. It's the same thing I told you guys. When you're abroad and you want me to buy a car for you, send me someone ajene sente zo. Tompereza sente zo. Okitegeera, eh? And you make, like, choosing a car for someone that is not here and now represent is one of the hardest things. I remember there is a time we bought a Wish. I think it wasn't really their girlfriend. I remember a gentleman came here and even complained. So it was a girlfriend to one of his friends. And the guy sent money to me. Netukebere motoka nentuka nga mbutufu ndaba omulimu guzibwadde ne mugambo bankudize sente zo nga mazime motoka gye tulina okugula mu sente ezo gye twalaba naye nga ate motoka zayagala ziyitamu ku sente okitegeera, eh? And then I said, maybe I send you back this money. And he said, no, Arthur, don't send back that money, you pay for that car. Netukisasula, and eventually someone came and took the car and gyeri ekola byonna bye yali ayagala ekole. So guys, I would not trust anyone with my money. Okitegeera, okujjako mukazi wo oba bbaawo ate nebyo nabyo kati nabyo biri complicated ennaku zino. For you to trust them with your money, you need to have been with them for some time ng'omumanyi omanyi omutima gwe bwe guli. Okitegeera ate nga you talk to them daily. Guys, abantu bazibu ennaku zino ku ssente mukwano gwo nga yalabye. But you know those things happen. Those are the challenges that make us grow. I'm only sad for her that now there's going to be a rift between her and her brothers. The things will never be the same. And for the guys that are here in Uganda, if you have a relative that sends you their money, use it for what they sent it for. You use that money for what they sent that money for. Tolya sente za muntu. You get lost a lot. Guys, when your relative sends you money from abroad, please use that money for what they ask you to use the money for. Don't eat their money. Don't use it to buy a car for yourself. Don't use it to build a house for your family. It's not your money. It belongs to the other person. You get? But I'm not saying she wasn't given anything from her brothers. Currently, she has 2 million. And can she start a small business or not? What business could it be? Guys, WAMV Technology is asking you a question. The friend whose money was taken, the brothers gave her back 2 million shillings. So what business can she start with 2 million? For me, normally I ask one question: what skills does she have? Because skills is the number one thing. Like me, I'm a marketing person. Then if I have no one to market for, then I think, what can I market? Guys are making money in town without anything. Guys, like I've seen brokers, they sell cars like they are their own cars. So then the question is going to be, your friend there, what can she do? That's the starting point. What can she do without paying rent? Because rent at wala sente nyingi. Then she can use that 2 million to use as capital for her skill. Everyone has a skill. Like I'm a marketer, I'm a performing artist. Now performing arts needs a lot of capital, but marketing, I can start with 0 shillings and I can even start with 100k and things can work out. So you need to ask yourself, what can she do? Then that's where she starts from. Because businesses in Uganda, 2 million might be very little for one to use to start a business, any kind of business. Whatever million bidi, that is gula boda na mubulunji. Million bidi, mpozi nga agenda kusika chips. Uchitegira. Then she'll buy a fryer, she'll pay rent for some couples, she'll buy Irish, and then she'll buy probably a dryer and then some packaging materials. She'll even use 1 million for that, as Kazeone million. But also that business is really challenging. Yesterday I was talking to someone who told me as when he was growing up, his mother yali atunda mukatale ninga mukatale beeroga nnyo. The mother was making a killing, I never customer banji, and the competition in the market was not happy about that. Nga alwala nnyo amagulu paka bwe yava mukatale, and then she got peace. So there are some businesses that the challenge is not really something that you can explain. It's not something you can solve with your business acumen. The challenges cannot be solved with your marketing skill. The challenges cannot be solved by networking. Got the challenges. Like some time ago, I was talking to someone, and he was sharing experiences. You see, the bar business, you need to have connections with security. Like then this guy was sharing somewhere in town that there is a bar that has survived for too long. It is one of the longest surviving bars. And this person was saying that one of the reasons why this bar has been surviving for too long is because the owner of the bar has connections in security. So every time a new bar comes up, he uses his connection in security to make it fail. Like they can get a patrol to station outside your new bar, and every person ava mubala yo nga bamukwata idle nga bamukwata. So people stop coming to your bar simply because bava mubala yo babakwata idle. Na nga mweli bala, they don't arrest them. So something as that cannot be solved by your business acumen. It cannot be solved by prayer. There are times when prayer doesn't actually work. Which say that you may not even have the amount of money to give the security people to beat this guy's offer. Sometimes it's not even about money, it's about relationships. Like let's say the DPC is my brother, and okay, the DPC has shares in my bar. So ojagendo kwesanga toina bo chikuba kati ngoina kugara ubara. And probably that's one of the reasons why some bars have been in the business for a very long time. So there are things that your business acumen cannot solve. That's why normally you start from the skill you have, and then you start working backwards. Okay, I have this skill, so what businesses can I do with this skill? And if I can do these businesses, which businesses don't have politics? And apart from politics, then which businesses can survive with little capital? And then with the social capital I have, which businesses can I do? It's challenging. Even for the very skilled people, it challenges. Abantu amba ina milioni atano na inga anonya business yakola. Ngorumu ya ina chinana, he did businesses with the 30 and the 30 million shillings. The businesses failed. Arthur, don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas because I never celebrated it when I was young, and also because of culture and tradition in my family. Okay. WAMV Technology is still saying, and what can she do to her brothers since she claims she has evidence of sending them money? Unfortunately, guys, the world works in different ways. That's why they say, because questions are coming randomly, I'm seeing one question at a time. So WAMV Technology, as other people also answer your questions, I think the 2 million can be used for a skill that she has. If she's a chef, then maybe she can start something, and businesses are online, then they got physical stores and all that. And then in terms of what can she do to her brothers, nothing. She can do nothing to her brothers. Let it go. Probably the only thing she can do. Guys, WAMV Technology is asking that Kayumba Kako Kanyumia Kakarina Kawe. You think it's owned by the same people that own the ones in Chanja. So guys, WAMV Technology gave us a situation where his friend was working abroad, sending the money to the brothers. The brothers ate all the money and gave her back only 2 million shillings. So first, he asked what can she do with 2 million shillings? And then second is asking what can she do to her brothers since she has evidence that she sent them money. I think she should do nothing. She should let it go. If karma exists, karma will work on the brothers. The only thing that I think she can do right now is work on herself. That's all. The amount of energy she will invest in trying to get her brothers to give her money. And remember, these are two people. These guys even sit down and they plan for her. They'll use part of her money to fight her. So I find that there is nothing she can do. If she can go back abroad with the 2 million shillings, I would actually suggest she goes back. That's a Dodge, guys. I remember Dodges or what Spear Motors, but this one was bought in the bond old. Yeah, you bonding and Tezifa na iwe ifeba ya bay. So, WAMV technology, revenge is a good thing, but sometimes it's not worth it. Again, sometimes it's not worth it. So, and if these are your brothers, you trust them and they broke the trust. So I find that the one thing she can do to them, kubalana. Zempalana siriko nze atanjagala simwagala. That's the fact. Nze kyovula ba wano negative comments botekako negative comment zitayina mutonda magulu ne ziyitira I block you. Atanjagala simwagala. Okitegeera, if you have a negative comment, let it be genuine. You bring a negative comment ngeri genuine. Okitegeera, like there are negative comments that I have on, like TikTok has a lot of negative comments. And there are negative comments that are there on my TikTok and I don't do anything about them. Me, I have no problem with them because he's my follower first of all, and maybe, just maybe, their negative comment is warranted. Maybe it's supposed to be so. But if a negative comment is unwarranted, like there are guys that abuse, kitegeeza ompala na aunganange nkuwala na nze ebintu ebyange tebiriko gamba nti ndi muntu mulungi eggulu ki. Okitegeera, the Bible says if you steal a pen and you die before you repent, you go to hell. So kakati ekyokuwala nti kigenda okuntwalayo. We all know. If you lie to someone, do not lie. If you lie to someone, you're going to hell if you don't repent. Wali waliwo kajambe mu kyaleeno. So WAMV tech, I think police will not help. First of all, it will not help because if she goes with this evidence to police, even to court, they will say, okay, this lady has evidence, she gave you money. Do you accept Magambe? Yes, she gave us the money. Where did you put the money? They'll say we used it for family things. And then the court will say she wants you to give her money. And then they will say, yes, we will give her money. And then the court says, okay, come up with a payment plan. They'll come up with a payment plan that they will not honor. You'll go back to court. They'll come up with another payment plan. You'll go back to court. They'll come up with another payment plan. Guys, the law is not friendly to send people. It's not. Katujagenda okwesanga nga sente zamalidde mu kuropa emisango kooti senga yazikolamu ebirala senga yaddayo ebweru. So WAMV technology, let her let it go. She should let Kama work on those brothers of hers, yeah. And this is, guys, that's why for me I don't sell my cars on credit. If you pay me my money and go, you'd rather pay me little money and I take it. If you don't have the entire amount, tell me, Arthur, I can borrow this money from here, and I give you your money. That's why me, I've not sold my car. I have a lot of people that have been offering part payments. Naga na awa kanjivuge mama bani alijevuga. Me, I don't take part payments. Why? Because the moment you give your car away on credit, that person can decide to not pay you. You go to police, they take him to court, he comes up with a payment plan. He doesn't honor it, you get it. So there is nothing that she can do to make these brothers of her pay. Even if she took them to the clan meetings, they will not pay. They already, they are not willing to pay. Guys, when you give someone and they don't pay it back, let it go. Obabwa ngamba Arthur mpola ye mitwalo 10 ngamuga sigenda kula kankuweyo mutwalo nonya wojjo omwenda. For me, that's how I do things. Omuntu womula sente wadembo butakusasula. You get it? So for the guys that are still giving people loans, for me to lend you money, you'd have to give me collateral. And then you have to say you sold. So that you don't come and say I've seen that happen. Someone borrows money from you and they give you collateral, security, and then they come back and say, but that thing you have is the one I have to use to make money. And when they go to court or police, you have to give them back their thing because you're not a money lender. You get it? And then you give them their thing and then they go and they don't pay. And by the way, guys, one thing you need to understand. When they get the things, that's when you know they are true colors. So guys, don't lend the people money you're not ready to lose. Don't. Me, that's the thing I've learned. So if someone is actually willing to pay back, let them go to the bank. Me, I maintain good relationships with my bank so that if I ever need money, I just give them my collateral security and they give me money. I don't even go to money lending. Sorry guys, network keeps putting us off, but we'll continue regardless. And guys, today is Question Friday. Ask your questions and answers will come. And my question is, what has changed about Christmas for you since you grew up? Because something has definitely changed. For me, personally, I used to believe that Jesus will do miracles in our lives. That's one thing I used to believe. And things changed for me. I believe that the things that normally people call miracles happen because they have taken steps in the past that they don't remember. Like me, I believe that everything you do right now influences what happens to you next month. Buli kyokolo olwaleero kigenda ku influencinga ki ekibaawo next month. If you cheat someone today, next month will not be very friendly for you. You get if you abuse someone today, you don't know what will happen to you the month after that. Everything you do contributes to what will happen to you next year, by the way. So normally when people say, oh, it's a miracle, you did something that you don't remember. You get, and it wasn't just praying, you did something. When, like for example, if you marry the wrong partner now, you'll pay for it 20 years from now. If you marry the wrong partner, you'll pay for it 20 years from now. Like I've seen like nalabika video kono hajati abadde hajati ani oyo abadde yatwala bawe mukomera. I saw her saying she housed the man, she fed his children. There are so many women that are doing that right now. But they got their men were lazy and they got married to them either way. There are some women that even paid for their weddings and they expect that a man that cannot pay for their wedding, a man that doesn't take care of you now before you're married, will change when you finally get married in church. And when that man does not change, then they start telling the world, you knew this man was like this. And I've seen men that marry promiscuous women. Like when you're dating, a woman is promiscuous, but you go ahead and marry this woman. And then you think that, oh, when I do a church wedding, maybe she will change. She won't change, she'll get worse. So you're doing that now and you'll pay for it 10 years from now. Which take it. So me, I don't really believe in miracles anymore. I believe that everything you do will somehow things will get back to you, either good or bad. So that changed for me about Christmas. And I want my kids to have that kind of mind from the time they are young. I want them to know that what you do now will influence what happens to you tomorrow. I don't want them to believe that, oh, if I pray and pray and pray, things will happen. No, things don't happen because you pray. People have prayed about change in this country. Like people have prayed to get a new leader in this country for 40 years and it doesn't happen like that because the President Museveni is playing his cards right. He doesn't pray. He plays his cards right. That's why he's still president. You get, and if he plays his cards right, he's going to make his son president. So you guys, instead of praying, play your cards right. You get me. I don't believe in miracles. If miracles existed, we would have a new president by now. But miracles don't happen like that. Like the president keeps buying the right people. So Ronald Muchwa obuze nnyo mayambala Derek, how are you? Lero siriko eyange eganyo genda live. I will watch later. Kale Joshua. You see this Suzuki here? This Suzuki here was probably bought brand new in the at Sefao. This car might have been bought brand new. It's a possibility. Aha, good morning Arthur, Joshua, Ronald, good morning Nampi, Jolie. Saddam, I need a good Chikumi manual transmission car. I don't want you to start putting Bukwakulizo when you're buying a Chikumi. But it's possible, 6 million is good budget for a Chikumi you will get. Kubanka kati Bugamba good condition at a manual, you might not get both of them. If you want good condition, look for good condition. If you want manual, look for manual. Remember guys, yesterday we got jam at Apple. They look at one again, so that we try to avoid the jam. That's one of the cars I would not even take for free. And if someone gives you that kaka for free, vuge moroka ng'omuntu omukulu mulabe simaye kafudde tuyinza oba tuli wano nga the thing is struggling to move mulabe no babadde bamukubye ebyuma sides ate no musajja kyewuunyisa abasajja abamu babavuga bati moroka. Good morning Kasibante Aksam. So Saddam, yes, you can get a chikumi, you can get a manual transmission. 6 million is a good budget, but to take a unyobu kwa kulizate kulemesansi. Chikumi right now, chikumi will not be in a very good condition. At 6 million, ilo gira jugula ngetambula bulungi na yujja kuba kone ebyo kukola. Okitegeera, that's one thing. Nebo noba nga tokoze inspection, nebo noba okoze inspection. Okitegeera, ijja kuba mu obukola. Anyo yakube ngombe. So lero katuyite wandegia kajamu kali kankutemu kamazeeke emirembe. The one thing is who to trust to send money when abroad, or there is another way sending money direct to bank account in Uganda. Yes, WAM technology. There is another way. Open a bank account in Jovera and have an account here locally. So just send money. You can do direct bank transfer from the account there to here. Guys, Banangi, don't trust people with your money. Me, I've seen people that even trusted people like Ngabo Labanga Athai. There were people that have been on TikTok very popular, and someone started sending their money to that person. You guys, people are bad. People are bad. People are broke. People keep up appearances. Muveku Atha. People come on live broadcasts. Bagenda ku live ayinza n'okupangisa apartment ya gundi nga buli wabagenda okukola live ng'alaga nti ali mu nnyumba ye afuna Airbnb, and then they seem to be doing well off. Okitegeera, hey guys, no, don't trust people with your money. Ebya Arthur Mubivera alaga nti abeera ne mu kyalo, abantu bakulaga nti abantu abamu bajja kulaga nti yagula ne condominium mu kibuga, nze nasasulanga ku milioni 2 paka namala condominium. Guys, people can go to lengths to be able to cheat others of their money. Mugula Tiff, good morning Arthur. Does a Kaundo 2.4 consume the same as the 2.5 Max? Yes, they will consume the same. The difference is that the Max engine will outlive the Kaundo engine. That's why these days I'm actually recommending someone that by the time you buy a Kaundo, you have some money, right? Buy a 3-liter. A 3-liter engine toina kyogenda kujikola. Buy a 3-liter engine. Bobanga, me I would actually recommend if you're buying a 2.4, 2.5, buy a Max. Kati gwayagale model kiri raised, if you can get a 3-liter, 2.4-liter engine. It's okay, the engine is 4 million if it dies, and it dies a lot. Nei mpya jogeno teka mna ijja kufa. But Standard Chartered is soon closing the business. They are looking for buyers. But it will stay. The bank will stay. The bank will stay. The bank is going to stay, guys. Nikren Bank ya tuda ne yasigara mu DFCU. Brian Wanyama, good morning. Lucky Mose Finance Trust is good. Finance Trust, buy na online banking. Lucky Mose, does Finance Trust have online banking? Because for me, I want to see my money every day. I wake up, I look at my account, and I know how hard I have to work. You get? I want to wake up, look at online banking, see sigaza entwale ebiri kangenenwa ne dunia. Which take you work. Network and camera. I cleaned the camera, so I know the camera is good. It's the network that I'm not sure of. Let me clean the cameras again. Maybe it will give us a difference. See, there is no difference. But even the environment doesn't look that good, guys. This is Uganda. Like our buildings, the colors, the architects are not the best. I don't know about our architects went to the same school. They all give us the same ugly buildings. All of them. And then I find that sometimes the architect will do something good, then the engineer will change it because he doesn't know how to achieve the other thing. Instead of calling the architect, and you guys that are building nice buildings, involve the architect from the beginning. Let the architect come in the beginning, talk to the site engineer, tell them the architects know. Good morning, Arthur. Sorry about the money removed from your account, but Standard Chartered is going to sell its assets and close. But I know the bank will stay, and I'm thinking the infrastructure will stay. Nange, there is a time money went from my Stanbic account, and the transaction message was saying that I bought some books. Exactly. Visa, but me, it wasn't a Visa transaction. It was a transaction in the bank. I'm going to go to the bank, Bambuli. Even a chicken still has a choice to repent or not. As long as we are still alive, we all have equal odds to change. Okay, Arthur, that happened to my cousin in DTB. We took them to court, but I'm so surprised the Equity Bank is doing that. Baba Sasura Moradi. Paul Sema, how much is the Rumion Valvematic new overused? In the bond right now, Rumion is obeying at 33. He's obeying at 33 to 35. But used a good one, if you're not picky about number plates, if you're picky about number plates, then have 25 million shillings. There you can get a good one and a good number plate. Which take it, right? And I've seen people buying Rumions at 23. I don't know the condition. The last time I saw a Rumion that was too cheap, it wasn't good. And I found this person already had seen the Rumion. I think we ended up buying over 24 over 25. We bought the Rumion UBM. After what happened to your screen guard? Then the screen guard is no but I'm going to call you. I'm going to tell you another thing also. Chris Fitness, good morning. I in a Josh man. How much is the car tracker? I have two types. I have the one that is voice activated at 450 and one that is not voice activated at 350,000. You need the SIM card, yeah? After UG Bank sometimes by the way, how much is third party for small cars? 68, normally 68,000 shillings. You buy it via mobile money. Ngabi the FX trader, good morning. Nampija agambi Arthur obudde tebukyaliwo obw'okujaguza kubanga ebitu banja bingi ate ne sente ya Uganda tekyalina maanyi okwata emitwalo 10 n'ogula ebintu nga tebijjuza kaveera ka grade. Man, that's the thing with money. Good morning Viola, how are you? Dumba Collins. On the topic, Xmas these days isn't Xmasing. No Christmas at mine, yet those days my mom would make it a point to cut the cypress tree, decorate it for us. New Christmas clothes, I know. For me, I know my kids are going to get clothes. Mama wa achiriko nyonyo. The decoration, we have the plastic Christmas tree from last year. We are going to decorate. We don't know where the lights went, so we have to buy other lights. We have to buy balloons. It's the process of decorating that will be fun for my kids, I think. What do you think about Stanbic Bank? I don't know what to think about them, but I've seen people at Stanbic happy. Stanbic is a bit expensive. I highly recommend Standard Chartered. I've seen people recommend Standard Chartered a lot. Guys, I have a Nissan Dualis 2007 calling me. I even see it when I sleep. What do you know about it? Me, I know that Nissans are not very nice cars. That's the thing I know. Apart from their pickups are really nice. Their pickups onone ekitala tachira bagenda gwe batutadde mulabe oba ali ku simu kile kitala kiba balina okuteeka ebitala wali ne ono ya parkinze wabi. He was supposed to stop before the zebra crossing and then he went ahead and stopped after the zebra crossing. Katolaba, if you look at the artistic impression of Kakande's church and you look at what they actually have, you can even cry. You can waliwo abantu abasande ebipapula kati oyo musajja oyo watch extra cha radio oyo akoze line wetalina kubeera kyovula ebipapula bya reckless driving byetagama biberenga bya kasente kanji. He created a line where it's not supposed to be. Atali serious. Let me omanye said I concentrate a bit when I'm driving. Ba police bawadde picha empya yiyo manyi neteraga ngingati. So guys, Viola, I remember back in my days, I was young, 2009 P7, we used to wake up, mommy cooked milk. Amata, me I remember my cousin used to go visit her mom and ngabanywa amata. Najja natunyumiza Arthur feri wa mami tunywa amata buli lunaku. Nze abani yagavaaka ayina emyezi oba emeka nga takyagaagala. And then we realize he's allergic to milk. He's allergic to dairy, basically. For me at that time it worked for me. Omwana wo bwabanga bwava ku mata when you're not doing very well financially osanyuka musanyusi yoga oh yebale gavaako ati ne ragna yagavuddeko. For me the milk is not really about not buying the milk right now kati wetuliye. It's that where to get the good milk agataliimu ddagala okitegeera. So Christmas used to be magical, guys. Christmas used to be magical. But you guys, the people that have kids, try to make it as magical as possible for your kids. Before the lockdown, my office was here, by the way. And I used to pay like $1,000,000 a month. And I was okay. And then lockdown came, and then the president closed Facebook. So some of us have genuine reasons to be angry. And they have not unlocked Facebook. And Facebook is like the biggest digital marketing platform, like ever. And worldwide, I'm talking about worldwide. Like TikTok works, yeah, YouTube works, but I'm telling you, nothing beats Facebook. Now in Uganda, it's still blocked because someone has an ego. Some of us have genuine reasons to be angry, by the way. But of course, we cannot talk because we want to live long enough to tell stories. I want to tell stories through films sometime. And you guys be ready to watch some of my... I'll even do a TV show. You see how you can do a TV show about Obote right now and nothing will happen and it goes online. I'm waiting. Mrs. D. Parker, how is USA? Lugumia Tony. Agambie, mama yafumbanga. Mata used to cook milk and eat big load of bread, strawberry jam, chicken. and those are things that are affordable right now, guys. For you guys that are working, especially you guys that are on this live broadcast, you guys can afford all the things that made Christmas magical for starch. Jam, bread, milk, chocolate. All those things are very affordable. Like Fetrino ring and cocoa ya Christmas. Pade ya tuwade and cocoa already. Of course I bought the chicken, but I bought them at a discount. Abagale and cocoa pade simanyu rachaba and tobagamba baguleke and cocoa pade delivers. Lugumi atone only Mr. Arthur. The thing of money is a bit sensitive. Actually, Nange, I thought of sending you my car money at least zin. So okay, you buy the car, you pick me up at the airport. Cause bad Nange banks in Uganda. No, you know what you could do, Starch? You don't have someone go Esiga. Okay, this is the thing that can happen. This is something that Safe did. We went, saw the car, then Safe sent the money. Ngatumazo okulabe motoka. Na asindika sente kwolo nyini. But then of course that is a little bit complicated. We struggled a lot. But Saith did that. Na asindika sente ze motoka ntujisasula kwolo. Ochitege, right? And then I think the next day the car was in his names. I don't know how that happened. Nindagano you Saith nze in charge dina. Ochitege, Saith did that. Salekazi, how are you? Lucham Zagamba, very good morning. How is CVT better than automatic in terms of maintenance? It's not better in terms of maintenance, but it's better. It makes the car consume a little less fuel. And of course, it's the new technology. We cannot do without it. Like majority of cars now are CVT. You'll have to buy CVT whether you like it or not. Like you see, Wanowetuli, my car is CVT. That Subaru in front of us is not CVT, it's automatic. The Wish in front of us is automatic, but the Kawundo in front of us is CVT. This TX here is not CVT, it's automatic. That Hilux in front of us is definitely manual. The ICE in front of us is CVT. Ochegera kati motoka CVT nyingi, and there is literally nothing you can do about that. Arthur, how can someone buy on eBay? You need a Visa card, and then you give them an address. Like me, I have a postal address at Central Post Office, so my things come to Central Post Office, and if I need to pay tax, then I go and they do an assessment and I pay tax. And in Uganda, if you buy things that are less than $50, I think, you don't pay tax. Council Patrick has said, let her go back abroad and begin gathering money afresh. And also, the WAMV technology, the best thing is for her to go back abroad and collect money again. I had an account in that Equity Bank, Mr. Arthur. Na ye, balite bakuba pipe. Here I have my money on my account. Na no single coin drops. In fact, they give us some interest about Ochiraba. Nange. And guys, for you guys that have money right now, I find that you should be investing in stuff like unit trusts. It's better than you not getting anything out of your money. Which engine does Pajero engine? I have to ask someone and which engine is recommended. Arthur, I have a tire that keeps losing pressure suddenly. Do I need to buy another rim? Have they checked? Because the Inzokuba, it's possible that it's a rim. It's possible that it's a rim, but it's also possible that the tire keeps picking up nails. You get? Or it's possible that the tire is old. But if the tire is new, then you can check if it picks up nails constantly. But it's also possible, say that it's dust. Sometime when a car drives in dusty areas and it's not underinflated, the dust will go between the rim and the tire, and that can keep that problem coming back. Mr. Arthur, the issue of black tax is a bit sensitive. Me, I'm stuck here with my 2M. Now, if my contact checks out those who cared, I will tip them a little bit. I top it up to Sienta. Yeah, black tax is a little bit sensitive. But guys, we cannot do away with black tax. You can limit the amount of black tax you pay. It's bank supposed to lend money. After an engine of filter costs about how much? Depends. But have 2.5 million shillings on you. So that boba wetagagula kawanga, it goes a little lower. You can get it at 2. Get standard, get up, stand up. A guy, God is not real. Then Stevens Luziga Gambie, Abaloge later bewitched them. Guess a Simon. Lucky Moses said the storage was really nice. After even Pajero Namkade can be installed a tracker. Yes! You can install a tracker in any car. You can actually install a tracker even in a motorcycle, even on a bicycle if you want. After, if the president is going to to make his son president, who is going to inherit for the love of cars? For the love of cars is not inheritable. It's for the people. People send money to Aunt Kaduka and she disappeared to Tanzania. And those are muchidaba. I want to watch Aina Sonyi. That's why me I encourage you guys, don't even send me your money. Let me go to City Oil and buy wipers. Zaungula wipers ku City Oil. Ngula wipers in setting amatala. I have things I do at every place. Like City Oil sets lights properly so that they light properly. The wipers there are expensive, but they have worked for me, so that's why I buy them there. And then of course my company pays for my wipers, so I get VAT offset, which is something that is good. So I pay taxes off of them. And of course the type of wipers that these guys sell, era wengendo basi buli yakubisa sawa za feza we de kongenda parking also kenso me comment zonna sigende yo njagala wiper. Zinjagala wiper oba osobola okuzimpa jangu ozimpe. Kale kati no wano muloza sibe ngendo basi buli yakanda bo balu wajjo okundetera wiper wano nze muwe buwisente. Kale papa jebale njagala bu wiper buno wipers. Kale people sent money. Okay, Zach Baliesima wabula mozecho Bad. After, how is the engine of Kruger? If it's a 2.4, it's the same as Kawondo. Echankarana. Finance Trust Bank has online banking and easily gives loans. Kale. Kangenezi gulo account mu Finance Trust njira nteka ya kasente kangeyo kajira kabeera. Kubanga nze sagala bantu bankola ko mikolo. Kale neyanza. Papa, Arthur, for your info, most people abroad have no proper documentation to access bank services. People back home should stop it. Then guys, you see things like Western Union. You can use Western Union and send money directly to a bank account. That's something that I've seen happen. You can use Western Union. So go use Western Union and send money straight to the bank. Or if you have a friend that has like proper documents up there, go bokozesa as sending a sentence kwa account yo. You guys need to create like networks where you are. I was not paid and I don't want to have debts with car dealers. Sisi wala motoka yange kanjevuge. At least nzo kujitunda amabanja. Ne bwe bompa sente nyingi okusinga wa cash muwane ninginda. Christmas, you people is there. They are calling me already to check if I am with people in Kampala. After DT Bank paid us back. Are you sure name amalabatu wa mukodi? Like I said, zali nyingi. Standard Chartered Bank has few branches compared to Finance Trust Bank. At a Finance Trust Bank, I have you up and doesn't take milk, allergic to milk. This is serious. I don't take milk. If I don't make myself period, I can assure you there is nothing like milk in Kampala. It's just white precipitate. That's also possible. Standard Chartered Bank is closing after realizing it can no longer compete with Ugandan domestic banks to repatriate profits. That means if you don't have a postal address, it's impossible. No, it's not impossible. Now, guys, I don't know what they give you postal address. What you post office ye Kampala, they give you a post office number, address number. Joteka kubitereke byo bwetuka, they call you. Of course, your number has to be on your package. Nathan 256, good morning. JK, good morning. Finance Trust Bank is locally owned. Merry Christmas. Ono receipt nga yagifulumiza dda. Neka bantereko buwaipa wano. Bwa bei mu naye. Yes, my boss, how are you? So you have how do you know my tin? Where you guys, these guys even have my tin number. The company, you just put the number plate. Yeah. So kuliko kanino mulaba wiper zino. Ziliko VAT. Mwe bano bagaya tadde number plate y'emmotoka. Ne tin number negenda automatically. So URA has received this VAT. This is how you know you're a responsible citizen in this country. Bitu bino kasita ibanga bitandise okuyitawo. Kaba buteekeko wano buwiper. Bukola bulungi nnyo. The lady should handle her brothers traditionally. Neba tradition mubireke baganda bange. Their tradition mubireke. Finance Trust is also, do they have online banking? I use Remitly to send direct to the bank. Muchiwulidde bannange. JK uses Remitly to send by directly. Guys abali abroad mutendeke sente za kwa account. Makai Joa na utusereti kubansiibula. Mr. Arthur, please help me ask those guys how much is Mpira 14 for elf. Nga sisobola kuvaamu muganda wange. Sisobola kuvaamu. But you go to city, they have a website. You go to the website and get their number and call them. In Gulf countries, you can't easily find foreign banks. Major banks are domestic. That's why their currency is strong. They avoid repatriation of money. Arthur, Merry Christmas. Come to Mbarara. We drive around Western Uganda. Mumpa mafuta. My actually, Aban yagami mama way. Aban told the mother we should go for a road trip. Me, I don't have fuel to be going on road at any highways in the Uganda and it. Yeah, Arthur, you have not seen my question. Kanjinonye. Kanjinonye, Nathan. Arthur, do you recommend vehicle mortgage? And which bank do you recommend? Banks are okay. Any bank is okay. Any bank is okay, guys. Guys, if you can buy a car with the bank, buy. If you can buy a car with the bank, go ahead and buy. Guys, mloza sigenda basibula. Kale, kambasibule bantu bange. Thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. Mwebale kuddamu kibuuzo. Continue telling people about this channel. Let's grow the community. And then bigger things will happen in 2025. Better things will happen in 2025. We'll contribute more to people's lives, make lives better. Because our lives are a little bit better than others. The fact that you can afford data to be on this broadcast, your life is a little better. Now, I once opened a TIN number, but it has been long, like 50. TIN numbers don't close. TIN numbers cannot close. You just go to URL, baba bagitekobamu idle, ne bagizaawo. Wakitegera, guys, kambasibule. Nalabika avaayo. But anyway, Peter Mangeni tusime Eddie Nick Wabuyi, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Jones Info, Aramat Photography, George Bob Gilbert Amanya, Seriko Starch, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Saith Kagaba, Engineer Joshua Plus 256, Louis, Musema Saddam, Adnan Edrin, Chigundu Chiwanuka, Basic Chris, Chambade Huntington, Namwabadi Mkamoli, I don't take you for granted. George Senkubuge, Aramat Photography, Mikel UG, Basic Chris, they can wakalesa akokubiri. Agumenitwe Clever, Mugumya Innocent, Mano, Ambalaginga bakasako muleme gamba nti ate nabalindi saguze wiper. Bako bakasako. Kati wiper za bulijjo muterazigula mutwalo gumu kitundu gumu zino zesatu kitundu kuba kuliko VAT. Okitegeera kuliko VAT. Kati nze I try as much as possible to support people that pay VAT because even me I charge VAT. Of course some of the services I give people are VAT exempt. I need to do returns this weekend. Income tax. Mugumya Innocent, Mano, Musime Kim Job, Nicholas Sebulime, Samuel Namisi, SPK Driving School VIP. Bana inabagamba SPK Driving School kansoke environo. SPK driving school eri Kanyanya ku Gaz. SPK driving school eri Kanyanya ku Gaz. If you're coming from Gayaza, it's like a building before Gaz. If you're coming from Kampala, it's like a building after Gaz. It's like a pure ono guy ampadde wiper naye sente tazitutte. But anyway, kamalize broadcasting basasule bulungi. Paul Sema VIP, Nicolas Sebulime, Henry Modern Juice, Herbert Sab, Travel Life Vlog, Edifazi Tomusange, Musema Saddam, Nsereko Starch, Lucky Mose, Sebugwa Medi, WAMV Technology, Morad K Momo VIP, Nampa Nechi Twaro, Naro. Kati omutwalo gwompadde kwengase kuno ngaseke ebiri kitunengula wiper. Stevens Luzige, Musinguzi Edison, Tuone Pads Limited, Ben Kako, Lawrence Biamukama, Joseph Bari Kudembe, Council Patrick Asiku, Ronald Muchwa, Mayambala Derek, Nampija Joliet, Council Patrick Asiku, Kasibante Akisam, Mugula Tiff, Brian Wanyama, Drake Kalemera, Owen, Kasule Musa, Kagwa Dennis, Kagwa kankukubire kati simu yangu osolvinge kizibu kyange kyenyina. Aine Joshman. Bana guys, I try ngeza kati ebintu byonna byengula. I buy them from, I try to buy from community members, yeah? Buli chenche kulanga wali community member akirina. I try as much as possible to buy from the community member. Ngabi the FX trader, Viola Namiro Dumba Collins, Kasule Musa, Kumaze, Adnan Edrin, Mrs. D. Parker, Lugumia Tony, Saleka Ziwe, Lucha Muzi. Karika bade no tekakoze. Triple E Mbashiri. Finance Trust. Sigano geza ko Finance Trust mwe mulowoza. Gesa Solomon, Zach Bariesima, Natuha Bailon 360 videos. Okay, someone is calling me on WhatsApp, I think. JK, Mekai, Jovan, Ismail Mutachala, Felix Mani. I try. Wiping bajira kambalage. My boss here, help me pay. Eh? Thank you. Mwenjagala balaga wipe no we jirabe. Temanyi buli obubaddeko. Temanyi buli, of course ya beyimu. Ya beyimu. Abekuba enjawulo zino wiper za wano tebajja zisobola. Ani nampija after next year tujja tukoleyo tuwaya for the love of God. Anti people, you people have to bring money. Ne once I okay. Nemwe bagayi munoza simazeyo kamba sivule. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Ena banyuza stories za inspection. Zona zenkoze zibade sinabaga because I posted the Sienta, I posted the Raum new model. Sicho kati incha stories ongenda kubanzi bagamba 5:15 p.m. May the good Lord bless you. Chemanyina episode 1 ya taxi chigege. Episode 1 yinzo banji saa yencha. May the good Lord bless you. Ciao.